Hi, Pop Culture Pals. I'm here today with a Disneyland, a Disney World unboxing, an ephemera unboxing. And this is literally that. I have been buying from a whatnot seller who purchased a storage unit that belonged to Tom, apparently, who was a cast member at Disney, seemingly in a couple of locations, or he was just a great collector. And I've bought things in the past. Honestly, can't remember if I showed you the first set. This just arrived today. The sad thing I will say is this, I don't know if it was the owner or the seller, but the items were not stored well. They were stored in big tubs where everything was just sort of bent and tossed. So sadly, some of these items that are really neat aren't in the condition I wish they were. And then the box arrived wet, which is really odd because it's not raining in California. I don't know. I guess it was raining somewhere between here and there. And we're just lucky that hopefully all of these items are fine because they were not protected in any way. So I literally lifted everything out of the box because the box was so grungy, and we're just going to go through it. I bought things in lots, so I don't remember everything that's here. We're going to enjoy it together, starting with a couple of individual items such as Tom's Little Monsters Inc. badge. This is his Disney little nameplate there. And a fairly old looking pin. Happy birthday, Mickey. This looks like it was designed again to be a nameplate, to have somebody's name on it for Mickey's birthday. He did have a lot of things from a Mickey birthday event as opposed to somebody having their birthday at Disneyland. This is pretty cool. And prices on this are all over the place. Some people are getting good money for it. Other people aren't. What it says is opens October 71, preview edition of Walt Disney World, which would lead you to believe that this is the book that was designed prior to Walt Disney World actually opening, introducing everything. So it's very similar. I have a similar one for Disneyland. And this would be the Walt Disney World one. Future. So I'm not kidding. I saw some people getting like $100 for this. What makes me wonder, because this seems in too good a shape to actually be from that era, I'm wondering if this is a reprint of the original one that was made in the 70s, you know, for an anniversary special, the master plan. Walt Disney World opens October 1971. Doesn't say anything about being a reprint. And the art certainly looks like it. I mean, the condition, again, is mostly the bad storage. But I don't know. What do you think? If this is really from the 70s, yeah, it could be, you know, a $50 item with a little bit of damage to it. Yeah, let's hope. It's pretty cool. This is another, you know, actually, let's do this weird little thing because it's getting in my way. So this is, as you can see, crunched set of stickers that say goodbye. The Electrical Parade. So what I assume these are stickers that were given out for the final performances and stuck on people as they came through. It's just a whole strip of them. It's not the best art. It is the famous Electrical Parade snail, but I don't know. Something about the image, it doesn't really jump. The font's really strange. It's kind of weird, but, you know, it was in there with all the Disney stuff, so apparently it did come from Disney. I do wish, again, they weren't mangled. All right. This is a very cool item that, again, the value on it's going to be all over the place because, as you can see, it is a photocopy. Now, I don't know if it's a photocopy this guy, again, this collector got, or this is how they gave it out to employees. This is the Highway in the Sky Story Guide and Operating Procedures. So, I love it. Look, the monorail over the old submarine ride. And then you can see it obviously came from an actual original book. Welcome aboard the Disneyland all-wag monorail system, the highway in the sky. There's the whole story about it. It's the map. Yep, Disneyland Hotel. It is from Disneyland. Now, maybe that's why, because I don't think this guy worked at Disneyland. I think he worked at Disney World, but he had a lot of Disneyland things, so maybe he had a friend over there who copied this for him. Re-entering the park, operating procedures. Look at this. This is amazing. This is the actual procedure for the driver of the monorail. I don't know. Is it just me? I think this is really special. Yeah, I want to read it. I want to see, you know, and then I may never want to get on it again when I realize how much in control these people are. Like hand signals, dispatch hand signals. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh gosh, here's the panels. Yeah, there's got to be a fan who would love to have this. I think it's really, really cool. I do collect ride stuff, but yeah, I don't know about this. We'll see. Anyway, really fun. We're going to keep moving because we'll be here all day otherwise. But I think that might be the cream of the crop for coolest items. I don't know about value, like I said again, because it's a copy, but pretty amazing. So this guy didn't make the copies. This was there. The Disneyland Story. Another little cast. Oh, yeah, Anaheim, Orange County. So this is another Disneyland book. Oh, it must be back from the beginning. And Disneyland volunteerism. The first 30 years of Disney. Oh, those are some neat pictures. I've never seen that one. Let me see if I can get you better at that one. Look at that. That is a super Tomorrowland photo. I've never seen that one. And anniversary, and there's, can't quite get to her, Alice up there. Oh gosh, these are like bicentennial, these big head people they used to put in the parades. They're kind of freaky. Oh, and here's a Haunted Mansion. Oh gosh, up in the top there, that's a Kennedy. At the park, guests, really is kind of the whole history. Facts and figures. Looking at the future of Disney Imagineering. That's so fun. Oh, here's the date at the bottom. 19, can we get it? Let's see if we can make it work. Not getting it. All right, I give up. Anyway, that was the date on the inside. But again, given, I think it did mention something about the 30th anniversary. It is an anniversary piece, 30 years later. So there you go. You can add it up. It's from 85. So 30-year anniversary. That's a nice piece too. Again, I'm more of a Disneyland collector being a Disneyland person, not being a Disney World person. So that's fun. Lights, camera, action, roll on with the pin show. As I said, I just got a bunch of crazy things. 100 Years of Magic. So are these pins? The Fab Five all started on their way. Animated shorts. Make your final appearance at the Sorcerer's Hat Shop once you've collected the facts. Oh, this is kind of like, so this is a pin trading. My son did a Halloween one of these recently when they were there, where you trick or treat, you go around to different locations and you mark off when you found all the pumpkins. So this, I guess if you went to all the different locations listed, you get the answer to the various questions, and then you turn this in at the Sorcerer's Hat Shop and get, I'm assuming, this pin here, which I love that pin. Let's see if we can get past the glare here. I wish I had that pin. That's definitely up my alley. Really fun. So this is just a hard card stock I guess you were supposed to carry around with you. Pretty neat. What do we have here? Greetings. We hope you enjoyed receiving the Disney World news. This issue concludes the subscription offer. Oh, how sad. You're telling me I'm not getting my subscription anymore. Walt Disney World Resort price list the plaza. 1-bedroom vacation villa, sleeps 4 for $130. That's a deal. I think that's still the price. Again, this is 1985. That's pretty fun. Wow, you can get for a Fairway Villa for sleep 6 for $160 a night. Polynesian Village Resort for $105. These are very reasonable prices. I would go on a Disney holiday for those prices. I don't think a hotel room costs a little bit more than that at Disney now. We've got a Disneyland line. This is going to open really big. It's going to be hard to see there. This is the 2005 Disneyland line. It's a like cast newspaper. Oh, this is quite fun. Again, well, it's kind of a copy, but it feels like an official copy. November 1991. This is, let me get you in a little closer here so you can see, a menu for the World Bazaar. Now, and everything is in yen, so I don't know if that means that this was written this way to use at Walt Disney World, and it was a conversion for people visiting the World Bazaar. Or this is for a Disneyland resort in Tokyo, is it? A lot of things are 350 yen. Entree crepes, beef with cheese sauce at Cafe Orleans. Kirin lemon or orange at Royal Street Veranda in Adventureland. Blue Bayou Hotel, rows of smoked salmon and a poached egg for $800. Tuna salad, lobster and egg salad, shrimp cocktail. Oh, here's our entrees. Seafood and rice for $300. Delicate poached turbo, lobster thermidor, sauteed veal. Oh my, that's some amazing food. I have eaten at the Blue Bayou once or twice, maybe more than once. Anyway, again, really cool piece if you are a real diehard Disney person, especially if you're a Disney foodie, because even aside from the pricing, it's showing everything that you could buy. Like here at the Diamond Horseshoe, you could get a bologna sandwich. Do they still sell bologna sandwiches at the Diamond Horseshoe? So it shows you all the different cafes and the different foods that were being sold. That's kind of fun. Small World Restaurant, you could get sweet and sour pork, chopped teriyaki, spaghetti with meatballs. Great combo. Tomorrowland Terrace. Oh, I'll tell you, one of my favorite, still it's not on here, my favorite foods at the spaceport is that in Tomorrowland, that spaceport has that pasta with chicken and a cream sauce. Oh, love that. That's my favorite food at Disneyland, and boy, does that stick with you. Yeah, fun. Okay, sorry, like I said, this is the first time I'm seeing all these things. I'm getting too involved. A couple of Bonkers postcards. Go Bonkers every weekday with Bonkers D. Bobcat, the world's first toon cop and his human partner. Check local listings. So this must have been Disney Channel postcard for this cartoon. That's kind of fun. Little Roger Rabbit vibes. I don't know what to do about this glare. Let's see if we go over a little bit, if that'll help us any. Everything's very shiny from Disney. The world's leading family entertainment corporation or company. This is a big fold-out after Pirates of the Caribbean. It's just an overview of DVD company in general, Walt Disney Records, publishing, theatrical productions, and more. It's sort of a join our company messaging. Fun. Set of Bambi 2. Oh, again, wow, really glary. Movie club stickers. We're missing one of the Bambis here. Bambi and his mom, maybe. I bet you. Must be his mom. But those are fun. This is Disney News Wire. Eyes and ears in Spanish. This is the Spanish version from 2002. Eyes and Ears newsletter for cast members, and Disney Resort Line for cast members from 2002 in English. New intranet. Look, remember we were calling it an intranet? I can't believe that was only 2002. And all kinds of friends and family sale. Oh, that would have been cool. Deals on merch for friends and family. Need that. Cast members, firefighters, bands. Got it. Keep moving. Walt Disney World News. Tips for optimum stay at Walt Disney World. This is from the Press and Publicity Department. Orlando's area's 60,000 rooms rank just above New York City and just behind New York City and Los Angeles in the number of accommodations available. So this would be sent to probably like a travel agent, to, or people in a Disney club. Another press release. Disney MGM Studios theme park makes its world premiere. We're making combined the motion picture. The end. That. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, it's about the opening of the MGM Studios, which I think isn't called that anymore, right? Didn't they change the name of that to something else? They had an ongoing production there. They were making a Carol Burnett special for the Disney Channel. I didn't know they actually filmed things there. That's interesting. Very cool. And this one, Lights, Camera, Action. This is another This is another press release about the studio's opening. What do we have here? Disneyland 35th birthday merchandise page. So this is another one that's just kind of an oddball item that I think a real Disney diehard collector would be interested in. It's just a list of everything that was for sale from the 35th anniversary birthday and the pricing. Wow, there was a watch for $195, money clip for $12, tie tack, pins, Space Mountain pin, Captain EO pin for $3.95, Splash Mountain December pin. So there was a different one for each month. Boy, those Splash Mountain pins would be worth something now. Sorcerer black tie, Fleece Henley, oversized t-shirt, $25, $28. T-shirts for $12. Wow, I don't know if this was a markdown list, but coins, cassette carrier, that's dating us there, a cassette carrier, auto visor organizer, fanny pack. Fun. Disney's EnviroPort 2001. So I'm assuming what this is their environmental impact report that they put out for the public. It talks about their recycling, it talks about water conservation and alternative packaging. I mean, think about it. Disney has got to be one of the biggest producers of waste, and I don't mean that in any unkind way, but if you think about how much waste is generated in a theme park, let alone now 2 giant theme parks, if you can just call it 2, plus the European parks, plus the cruise lines and the hotels, that's a lot of water, that's a lot of trash, that's a lot of paper plates and plastic cups. Yeah. This is the Euro Disney 1992 annual report. Oh, look how pretty. Let me switch you around here a little bit again. So this is just a big, hefty, oh, those are postcards. That's why they're stiff. That's fun. Look at that. Even in their annual report, they put in like a fun little postcard punch out. And then, oh, there's more. And the postcards actually have stuff written on the back in different languages. So I guess it's just representing people from all different countries who came and maybe left a testimonial. Euro Disney is definitely a winner. We had dinner in various restaurants and found the Blue Lagoon the best. The Wild West show was great. I can't wait to tell everybody about our tour are 4 fantastic days of nonstop fun. And that was a couple from London. I like how London and Euro Disney, the Wild West show was the big thing. Here in the US, we're like, get rid of that Wild West show. Anyway, lots and lots and lots of reports. And there you go. This is just a weird set of, I don't know, again. I didn't want these. The guy misinterpreted when I said there was something I wanted, the seller, but I don't know. Again, hopefully somebody will want them. They're kind of fun. I don't want them to go in the trash. So this was just stationery. That one's yucky, so we're going to toss that top sheet. Let's try again. This is Fun Roger Rabbit. It's our it's one surprising celebration, 20th anniversary news, press and publicity department from Walt Disney World. So back in the day where we would stock this in the printer and run off our letters and things on this letterhead. There's a bunch of it. It's all the same. I don't know what somebody would do with it. Maybe they'd use it for their own stationery. Maybe they run like a Disney club, and this would be fun to send your newsletters out on. Again, I hope somebody will want it. If you want it, let me know, because I didn't intend to buy it. It came with a bunch of other things. And like I said, I certainly don't want to see it go to waste. It's awfully cute. Just even for that Roger Rabbit at the top, if you're a junk journaler or a Disney scrapbooker, that'd be fun. This we're going to save to the end. This was my favorite item. We're going to pop it to the bottom. What do we have here? Family Entertainment Tokyo Disneyland 1985 merch. How does this open? This way. Again, it's going to be too big for you to see the whole thing, but it's apparently, well, that's not merch. Tokyo Disneyland Electrical Parade. Magic Journeys. Tokyo Disneyland. I can't read it, so I don't know what it says. But it does just seem to be kind of like their cast newsletter. I'm not sure why it says Disneyland Volume 9. I swore it said March somewhere. Oh my God, I guess I'm just reading funny. March the 12th. Yeah. So this must be their little newsletter. Either it was given out to people at the park or this was their cast paper. Fun. Pretty great art. Another Disneyland line from 2005. Hidden talent comes to light. And then again, so this is, the cast member newsletter, highlights various cast members and things that are happening at Disney at the time. One more eyes and ears. First of the new monorail on track. Wow. This was 1989. They were putting up the monorail. Oh, that's scary. Look at that. Lifting the monorail into place. Wow. Look at that. The monorail lifted in. Colorfully beautiful. Epcot. If there's anything else we can see. Castaway with Sea Escape. Cruise to Nowhere. And just again, Disney news. Epcot Center whitewater rafting trip. Cast premiere of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Fun. On clearance at the Block & Decker warehouse. And finally, this. So this was, I wish it was in, again, a little better shape. It's a little dinged up on the corners. Splash Mountain, Walt Disney World News. Let me go back a little bit more. Here we go. This is an empty folder. Now, clearly it was originally a folder of information about Splash Mountain, or I don't know, it was just, they decided to use this for a certain time. When the seller opened it up, it actually had Star Tours photos inside, which he took out and sold separately. I really wanted this folder. Look at this art. Is this fun or what? And especially given that our Splash Mountain is no more, that it has been, well, Splash Mountain's still there, but it's been rethemed as Tiana's Adventure. And it's a great retheme, as the way I hear. It's quite wonderful. I'm assuming Splash Mountain is still at Walt Disney World. Am I wrong? I can look that up, but if you know, in the meantime, put it in the comments for me. Did they retheme this one? I feel like if they haven't, they're going to, because again, Splash Mountain, Brer Rabbit being a little problematic in certain ways. I think that they may have rethemed, or they're going to retheme the Walt Disney World as well. So Splash Mountain as a ride technically no longer exists. So that's lots of fun, a great collectible for a ride that is no more. But I do really love the art, especially the back art. Look how cute that is. This is really unusual characters that you don't see very often. Reminds me of Country Bear. When I first went to Disneyland when I was a young teen, I was so taken with the Country Bear Jamboree. I had never seen animatronics like that before. And I must have seen it probably before I went on Pirates or Haunted Mansion, because again, wow, talk about animatronics. But there's something about the Country Bear, I think, because I was into, again, the Wild West and that kind of thing. It just really struck a chord with me. So that's what I got. This is a fun lot. I think there's some really great items in here, especially some really fun items if you are a diehard Disney collector and you'd be interested in any of these. Come on over to our eBay store, Boris Basement. You'll find the link in the description below. If they're not listed yet, they will be soon. Or you can leave me a comment if you're interested in purchasing before we get it listed. That's what I have for you today. Did you pick up anything great on your travels this past week? I would love to hear about it.